Hello, good people of YouTube. Mountbatten here. Today, with a live reaction replay featuring everyone's favorite Tier 10 German battleship with smaller than average guns, the Mecklenburg. So first off, the replay HUD is all screwed up, so we're going to fix that real quick. So if you can't tell, this is a live reaction replay. If you're new to this, I am watching this live as it happened, so everything that you get to see unfold on screen, I am seeing for the first time as well, so you guys get my genuine, well, live reaction to whatever it is that is going on in the game. So, by the way, if you're wondering how I get the HUD to show the ship name stuff, you go right here, set the interface view to full, and voila, there you go. And that's how I play the game. But anyway, we have Rex 1105 here in the Mecklenburg. He sent me this replay a little while ago, and I've been holding on to it for some time. It's a replay that I've definitely wanted to show on the channel for a bit, and I think today's the best day to do that with the schedule that I got working for me this week. By the way, you hit plus on the key on the numpad to get your minimap to be full size. But anyway, Mecklenburg, the tier 10 German battleship with quad 305, right? Or are they 310? They are, yep, I was right, 305 millimeter guns. So basically you've got, what, like 1.5 a gear here. And the German 305 millimeter guns with the German AP, they do hit quite hard. Now, of course, you lose a lot of overmatch when you are using these guns, but when you have 16 of them and you have the accuracy that the Mecklenburg does have, it packs quite a bit of a punch. It doesn't really matter who you are, eating 16 305 millimeter guns to your side is going to make your day a little worse, no matter what. I mean, look at that grouping there. That is just so beautiful. And let's see what he pulls off on the Yumahara. And look, 16k right off the bat. Now, of course, the Yumahara is a battle cruiser, so her armor is a bit thinner than your average battleships, but I mean, you get the idea here. Oh, look, broadside room, that is a sight to behold. So Rex also likes to play from the frickin' CSGO field of view angle I can see here. But I mean, okay. I mean, if you want to see more of the map, that is true. And oh my god, that was beautiful. 29k right there to that rune. Oh, it's a thing of beauty there. I see that with other tier 10 battleships, you know, you might get a little bit more damage per shell, but are you going to be doing, that much damage consistently with any other tier 10 ship when you have a flat broadside to you? There's a fair few of them you would have to say, no, not really to. But the Mecklenburg, if you got the aim, it'll happen, right? So, situation, oh wow, speaking about the lemming trains, most of the team, with the exception of the Scarlet Thunder, the Castilla, and the Yumahara, have gone for the sea cap. So, yeah, if they can get rolling on through here, they'll have quite the force to be pushing the enemy team down and out of this side of the map with. But will they, though? 9 out of 10 surveys say no. By 9 out of 10 surveys, I mean, never happens with myself, right? The teams that just, kind of lemming train to one side, they just kind of sit there, and that's it. But anyway, HE out on the Yumahara, and there we go. 2 fires on the Yumahara. That's another thing with the Mecklenburg here. You do have HE, and while it is, yes, the anemic German HE, you do have 16 guns, and, like, mathematically, you're just going to be starting fires with the accuracy and the fire chance there. Ooh, the Castilla is down, and looks like the friendly DD went down as well. Not a good start for the friendly team here. The defense is sitting in a smoke, not really what you want to be doing with the defense. The Yumahara, who I'm assuming damage con, the double fire, is now on fire yet again, and that, children, is why you hold your damage con until you're below half health. Granted, with the Yumahara, you don't really have that much health to work with at the beginning, right? So you're kind of stuck there. Blind fire out on the Yumahara. Let's see if that plays out. Another Mecklenburg has popped up into Rex's range, along with the Des Moines. Friendly team is kind of just chilling here. Did he miss those? Not there. There they are. Takes a second to get there, but there's the shells. It's like the friendly team. You got this Rune in Vermont that are kind of pushing up. The defense is still kind of... You really don't want to be sitting still in a defense. It just does not have the armor for that. Des Moines is doing Des Moines things and sitting Bowman next to an island. He's got some shells out on that. His spotted plane's almost down. Hasn't used any heals yet. Mecklenburg is still a German battleship hull, so it does have a fair amount of toughness to it. Granted, it does only have 85,000 HP on top of that. Enemy team is very much taking the lead. 3 friendly ships down. Enemy team's up by almost 300 points at this moment in time. The Scarlet Thunder has gone down, so the enemy team is going to be getting that A cap, and those points coming in is going to increase the point disparity between the friendly and enemy team. Ooh, that Des Moines, though, ate a nice bit of damage there. Okay, so the friendly Yumahara takes out the Des Moines. First kill for the friendly team of the match so far. Rex is at 70k. His spotter's now down, so he's limited to his original and vanilla range. Minotaur there, though. Minotaur's armor is thin enough to where the Mecklenburg could just kind of, well, you know, cause it to have a identity crisis if it does get some shells out on it. Looks like the Minotaur is keeping that island between himself and Rex, but Rex is trying to, of course, get around to the side of that. Looks like Rex is potentially moving out west to catch the enemy push that's going to be coming in from the A and B caps. He's still watching this Minotaur with hunger in his eyes, as any battleship player would. The Minotaur did just lose half of his HP, I'm assuming, to the Vermont. Oh, there's 2 Vermonts on this side. I didn't even know, well, they have 2 Vermonts, and everyone's on this side, so of course they're on this side. Ooh, hello, GK, 20 kilometers away. Now, GK is like the FDG hull, which the Mecklenburg is based off of, a fairly stout ship. But with German AP and the superstructure that it does have, 18k, easy peasy. Really, if you would have hit the upper armor belt, you probably would have got a similar result, because at range, the German armor scheme is not great. Much better up close. HE to the other Mecklenburg. Oh, here comes the Parzival on the Yumahara. Sap out from the Colombo on the Yumahara. Looks like it falls a little bit short. Ooh, the Mecklenburg does decide to use its W key, move up, and dodges the shells. Parzival's flying over Rex's Mecklenburg. Mecklenburg does also have really good AA, which is a nice switch up for German ships, because typically they don't. Like the GK back in the day, yeah, it had decent AA, but that power was stored in a very small number of mounts, and those mounts would get destroyed. Well, there goes your AA powered fire on the FDG with a nice, that was about 8k alpha there alone. Not even counting in the damage over time he's going to be receiving from the fires. But looks like that friendly Yumahara is going to be going down pretty soon. But the Vermont does take out the enemy Yumahara that Rex was chewing on from the beginning of the match. Another fire on this GK. So you got 2 fires on him now. I think they're both from Rex, so that's going to be a dampener on that GK's day. Well, he did just pick up the kill for the Yumahara, so he's got that going from him. If I was Rex, I'd be swapping to AP right around now. But he's keeping HE low. Granted, the GK does have 3 fires on him, right? Like, he's going down, so this should be pretty much, you know, death's kiss here. And that guy should either burn out or... Oh, I bet he's going to get his kill stolen here. Watch. Nope. Okay, so the Yumahara set a fire on him, so 2 of the 3 fires were Rex's, and 1 was from the Yumahara. Alright, got AP back in the tubes, has a relatively broadside Colombo at his disposal. The defense does go down, the island-hugging defense. Well, it looks like he was moving, so there we go. But anyway, broadside, ooh, 6 pins to that. What did he shot? Yeah, the Colombo. Bring him up to 151k now before the 10-minute marks even reached. Sit rep for the rest of the team. The enemy team is down 5 ships. Friendly team's down 5 ships. But the enemy team is, well, just shy of 100 points ahead of the friendly team. They do have the cap advantage, so that lead is going to continue to increase if they can't keep it up with the kills. So broadside Colombo, shells a little high, still managed to chunk his superstructure in this upper armor belt for 16k. God, this is a great ship when you have broadsides. Now, Rex has ran to the map border, so he's a little bit out of the action now, so he's got to get back into it. Granted, they don't have any spotting or anything really going on, except for when the Lexington does happen to fly over whatever ships they are dealing with. So now he could try to be a sneaky battleship and work his way to A and take the cap. In the meantime, he could also be clapping these broadsides as he goes, which looks like he is doing. So again, with that German AP, you have the nice shell velocity, the nice ballistics, and that big alpha that it does have. So, ooh, that Des Moines, friendly Des Moines just took, I think, like 2/3 of his HP just disappeared there. So, if he can be clapping these broadsides as he's transversing over to the A cap, it's a pretty good deal. Now, I think that was that HE or was that AP? I wasn't paying attention, and it was HE. Interesting. Double fire there on the Colombo. Now, HE at range is a bit more optimum when you do have these small, especially when you're talking about like these ranges you shoot at like, 19, 20 plus kilometers, right? Because at longer ranges you get that plunging fire effect, and with the smaller guns like the 305mm guns, they just don't have the penetrating power to get through that deck armor in a lot of cases. So shooting HE at range is typically what you do want to do. And then as you get a little bit closer to where you get those nice flat shell arcs, you can swap on over to AP. When dealing with battleships, when dealing with cruisers, of course, it's a different story. The armor is a bit thinner. The Colombo does take out the friendly Des Moines. Friendly ships are down now to just 5 ships remaining. Double fire on the Colombo. And I think he damage conned that first fire he set on him. So that double fire is going to earn. Which again, kids, is why you hold your damage con. Alright, Colombo's slowing down. Now he's got AP in the tubes because he's a mere 14 kilometers away from the Colombo. That should be a good strike there. And 8k. Looks like he bounced a couple off of the turrets. Does have Lucians on his Mecklenburg. So now that he has crossed the 140 shell hit threshold, he has a 15% buff to his reload speed, giving him a 20-second reload with the Mecklenburg now. They are now down over 300 points, and they're down by, what? Well, they're at a 1-ship disadvantage at this point, but the enemy team still has a DD, a cruiser, and 2 battleships, and a CV up. The friendly team only has a cruiser, 2 battleships, and a CV. So in terms of eyes, the enemy has more eyes, unless Rex can get this Gdansk right here. He is smoking up, single firing his guns, giving it enough lead at each, well, adjusting for the ship's movement with each salvo, and there you go. Parzival is showing up and getting a 16k from Mecklenburg's deck. Probably really from the superstructure. Well, no, probably from the deck armor, really. Alright, so we've got a Georgia, a Golden Lou, and a Mecklenburg. All that are pretty healthy. Golden Lou is about into Rex, so he's got that going for him at this point. Golden Lou, if he does want to get around, he does have to show him broadside, and I mean, I'm sure Rex would be more than happy to load AP for those troubles. Even with AP at range, that was what, 10k there to that Golden Lou. Okay, so I mean, the enemy team at this point, all they really have to do is live for another 7 minutes. Which again, given that the Golden Lou and the Mecklenburg are at almost full health, that shouldn't be too much of a problem. Pops his DFAA on the Parzival. Gets 6 planes down, 7 planes down, so that's 27 planes shot down so far. Jeez. But the fact of the matter is that 7-minute timer doesn't really matter because the enemy team is so close to 1,000 points. They really probably only have a couple of minutes left. So they either have to keep sinking ships, or they have to, well, cap some caps. The Rune is thankfully in the cap. Vermont has gone down now, so now the enemy team's even closer to winning the match. They're only 160 points away at this point. Jeez. So, yeah, not good. They have a Lexington, a Rune, and then Rex and the Mecklenburg left. So now, thankfully, Rex is getting very close to the A-cap, but the Parzival is keeping him spotted, and he keeps throwing planes over here occasionally. Of course, it's going to keep resetting him, but it looks like the Parzival itself is particularly close to Rex. And if we're looking where his planes are returning and coming from, it looks like it's just maybe over on the other side of this island. Some HE there from, I believe, the Golden Lou. Let's see, is there going to be a Parzival right around this corner? Yeah, he's close. Those planes are coming from an awfully close range. But granted, the German CV planes are quite fast. So let's see, these guys, DFAA sector set, his priority sector set, his DFAA is about to come off a cooldown. That's like Parzival is going for the Rune. No, too late for that, Parzival. Alright, other Mecklenburg, not sure if that shot was locked on or not. Replay might be tweaking there a little bit. But, manages to angle in time to mitigate that down to 5,600 damage. Gets roughly the same off of the enemy Mecklenburg. Okay. He's about to get within A, and this is going to stop the count finally. Here at, is it going to take over to 900? No, 895 points. Now, if the enemy team manages to sink the CV, that's, 60-something points. But thankfully, the Lexington is doing a good job of hiding. Of course, if Rex goes down too, that's another 60-something points to the enemy team. Golden Lou dropping his airstrike on Rex, and he has a Parzival squadron coming in. Pops his DFAA. Gets 7 planes shot down. I'm assuming a good chunk of those are from the Golden Loose Squadron. Parswell drops his torpedoes. Looks like, yeah, got a good dispersion pattern there. Well, for Rex at least, right? He's up to 239,000 damage. I didn't even realize that at this point. That's another 43 planes that he's shot down. Well, it's 43 planes shot down total. It's another 20-something. Parswell's pretty close. We're down to the 4 minutes. This is coming right down to it, ladies and gentlemen. He's staying bound to the Mecklenburg, which is a very good thing because you don't want that AP to be able to bite into your ship. Has the Witherer Award. That's funny. And a German battleship of all things. He's trying to get behind this island, grabbing some more planes here. There's Confederate, gets his rear guns on target, lets them go, and he's going to slink just behind this island. But there's 4 minutes left on the clock. Oof. I don't know, even if they... Okay, so they did pick up the Georgia. That's a good pickup for the points. I don't know if they cap this. Will that be enough time on the clock to run it? Actually it should now because they picked up that Georgia. More planes coming in. Doesn't have any DFAA left over, so that's 3 planes shot down. The Golden Lou and the Parzival, they're just trying to delay him from capping the cap, because again, when you hit the enemy ship with your munitions, that does reset the cap progress. So now they're working on 2 caps. Oof. 3 minutes. It should be enough if everyone else manages to stay alive. But we'll see. We'll see. It's still close. It's anyone's game. Again, that rune goes down. That's not going to be good. The rune is thankfully, looking for the most part, he is sticking behind that island, keeping himself away from the Golden Lou's eyes, and the enemy Mecklenburg's eyes for that matter. But the CV can still get to him. Don't know what his HP is at. Ooh, he is low, 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 low. That's why they're focusing him down. Oh man, that sucks. Oh look, there is the Parzival behind that island. So, you know, he cannot dunk his shells over the island. That's just not going to work. Those arcs are too flat. Not an American battleship, right? Golden Lou, though, he is much more visible. 3 seconds left. Will we be able to actually take the cap? Yeah, no shells are coming in towards him. Okay, so that's 3 caps now for the friendly team. Ooh, the Mecklenburg shells just arrived, but they're a little bit too late. Okay, so the rune's down, though. That's not good. It's going to be close. Yeah, but I think they'll do it. I think they'll do it. All he has to do is get out of here. I think they can take... Yeah, they should be able to take the cap bat now. And who cares at this point? Because they have 2 caps to their... Well, none. But the Mecklenburg is pushing around. And this Mecklenburg's at, you know, 2/3 HP. Rex is down to his last, like, 1/3-ish. There's 2 fires on him. He just popped his heal, though, so... He's got that going from 2. A heal will generally cover the damage output from 2 fires. Does damage con, though. Not sure about that. Granted, he's about to get this island between himself and the Mecklenburg, so the Mecklenburg won't be able to hit him. 1 minute, 40 seconds left on the clock. 860 points for the friendly team. 870 points for the enemy team. He could really use some fighter aircraft right now. Keep this CV off of him. Ooh, nice salvo there to the Mecklenburg. Up to 294,000 damage. Alright, so they have surpassed the enemy team in terms of points. They're up by a little over 30 points right now. The enemy team has just gotten to A to stall the point count. Granted, if they do want to, you know, overtake him, they will have to sink Rex. But he is doing a pretty good job of staying alive so far. Although, again, he did use his damage con. Thankfully, no fires from the Mecklenburg salvo. He's got AP loaded back up in the tubes. And can he squeak it off? Gets the rear 2 turrets out before the Mecklenburg gets behind the island. 55 seconds left on the clock. Great roll there. 11k on the Mecklenburg. 45 seconds left. I think that's going to do it for Rex and his team. Does he have a chance to get a little more damage before the game ends? Yeah. He can do a little damage farming. Oh, well. Can't shoot what you can't see. Here comes the Parzival. Oh, no. Okay, so he fired, so... Oh, still no Mecklenburg. Ah, there he is. Bowing to him. Fire started on Rex's ship. Parzival's coming in with his torpedo planes. Pops both his damage con and his heal just to ensure that he's not going anywhere. Nice 8k there at the end for the Mecklenburg through the other Mecklenburg's superstructure. And that will do it, ladies and gentlemen, as the clock ticks over from 2 to 1 to 0. Dang, that was a close game. A comeback for Rex. Oh, does that little bit count? It does. So 330,000 damage for Rex there. Gets a defense expert with 60 plane shot down. Confederate, Dreadnought, Witherer, and High Caliber for a cool 3,200 base XP game. Very nicely done there, Rex, showing the awesomeness and the power of the Mecklenburg. So yeah, Mecklenburg, it is a steel ship, a little bit pricey, but if you can get her, I most definitely would recommend it, because if you have aim as good as Rex's, as you can see, there you go. And munition choice as good as Rex as well. You know, strong back and forth between AP and HE is vital, and ships that have these smaller caliber guns and are in the battleship slot. So good job there, Rex. If you have a replay like this that you'd like to send in and see featured here on the channel, you can check out the link in the description down below for that. So again, Rex, thank you for sending that in. Hope you guys have a wonderful Sunday and wonderful rest of your week. Hope to catch you guys in the next one.